The twin brothers, Ian and David, built their livelihood on the high-risk, high-reward business of industrial salvage, specializing in buying the cast-off metal and obsolete machinery that nobody else wanted. Their latest acquisition was a monster, a massive, decommissioned turbine engine purchased from a government surplus auction. The engine was listed generically as an obsolete power plant, but its colossal size, easily the length of a small truck, and its immense weight hinted at a specialized purpose. The brothers bought it for its substantial weight in scrap titanium and steel, assuming the valuable copper and other critical components had been stripped years ago. They knew the price they paid was low, acknowledging the immense difficulty and cost of cutting the massive, heavily fortified casing. Yet, the story sealed within the engine's turbine blades was about to rewrite the history of aerospace engineering. The engine was not obsolete, it was a classified, lost prototype. They began the arduous process of dismantling the titanic structure in their yard. The casing was composed of highly unusual, dense titanium steel alloys that resisted their standard cutting torches, forcing them to use specialized industrial lasers, the first sign that this was not a generic power plant. As they meticulously cut away the outer layers, they discovered that the engine's core combustion chamber had been subjected to a non-standard, internal modification. A large, circular inspection panel, which should have been bolted shut, was instead seamlessly welded into the engine's core structure, sealed with a unique alloy that resisted corrosion and heat. The engine was deliberately engineered as its own final vault, designed to protect its interior secrets from any future dissection. The brothers, recognizing the extreme measures taken for concealment, immediately halted the cutting. They suspected the engine was tied to a classified program, a theory reinforced by the absence of any legible commercial serial numbers. They used high-frequency sonic scanners, revealing a perfectly dry, small, non-metallic cavity hidden directly behind the sealed inspection panel. The engine was not simply holding scrap metal. It was protecting a perfectly preserved piece of intellectual property. The entire massive structure was a colossal distraction, intended to be destroyed, thereby destroying the secret within. The difficulty of breaching the inner seal was immense, requiring the brothers to use micro-cutting tools to remove the unique alloy weld without damaging the contents. After 2 days of nerve-wracking, high-precision work, the circular panel popped open. The chamber was lined with treated quartz fiber insulation, and it contained 2 main caches. The first was a series of water-resistant tubes containing tightly rolled schematics. The second was a single, small, heavy component made of a shimmering, unknown metal. The contents confirmed their wildest suspicions. This was the prototype for a radical, lost military jet engine. The realization that they were holding a classified, physical piece of Cold War history, a lost military prototype, was overwhelming. The financial and historical stakes demanded immediate action and the support of a global community dedicated to uncovering these lost stories. The Archive twins need your support to navigate the immediate complexity of military law and to bring this secret to light. We are already well past 5,000 subscribers and we are moving towards 10,000. Every like and share helps us fund the next massive salvage operation. Hit that like button, subscribe, and definitely leave a super gracias to help us keep this incredible historical investigation going. Tell us, where in the world are you watching this stunning discovery from? Join the Archive twins for the next massive industrial and military fortune. The contents of the vault were immediately identified by the brothers, who possessed a deep, intuitive knowledge of industrial history, as belonging to a classified aerospace program. The heavy, unique component was a turbine blade made of a complex, rare earth superalloy, registering extraordinary heat and stress resistance. This alloy was decades ahead of its time, providing the engine with performance characteristics that would have revolutionized military aviation. The rolled schematics confirmed the history. They were the original final design plans for the State Route 91 Blackbird program's classified successor, known only internally as Project Aurora. The massive engine the brothers bought was the sole surviving test core of a legendary black budget program that had officially been cancelled and its assets destroyed. The discovery was one of technological recovery and immense national security concern. The brothers, recognizing the catastrophic legal risk of possessing classified defense schematics and strategic materials, immediately contacted the Department of Defense, DoD, through specialized, high-level legal channels. Their lawyer presented the initial findings, the unique alloy and the classified nature of the schematics, without revealing the specific location. The DoD's response was swift, intense, and highly secretive. The salvage yard was immediately placed under a quiet security perimeter as federal agents and defense intelligence personnel arrived to verify the astounding claim. The defense specialists were stunned. Project Aurora was a ghost in intelligence files, a program so secretive that its existence was officially denied. The recovery of the core prototype engine and its schematics was a monumental victory for military history and current defense technology, providing access to original research that had been deemed lost forever. The engine was officially seized by the military, but the legal battle over the property's ownership was fierce. The brothers' lawyer argued that the engine, having been deliberately classified as scrap and sold in a public auction, was legally their property. The value was not in the scrap metal, but in the recovered intellectual property and the strategic materials. The strategic value of the unique superalloy turbine blade alone was massive. The material represented a breakthrough in heat resistance, and its composition was invaluable for modern defense research. The DoD could not allow this technology to remain in civilian hands. The negotiation shifted from asset recovery to a mandatory military repurchase, forcing the government to buy back its own classified mistake at a price commensurate with its strategic value. The brothers held the key to the entire program, and their legal position was absolute. The negotiations with the Department of Defense lasted several tense weeks, involving valuation experts from defense and aerospace engineering. The military was willing to pay a massive premium to ensure the immediate, quiet, and permanent recovery of the Project Aurora assets, including the schematics and the unique turbine component, preventing any public disclosure of the engine's true origins. The final valuation focused on the recovered intellectual property and the strategic military worth of the unique superalloy. The final monetary settlement awarded to Ian and David for the engine block, the classified Aurora schematics, and the specialized superalloy component totaled an astonishing $25 million. The money was certified as clean, legal compensation, reflecting their honesty, expertise, and the critical role they played in recovering a major piece of lost national defense technology. The engine they bought for scrap had yielded a fortune that guaranteed their financial freedom for life. The military immediately transported the massive engine block and the recovered components to a secured, classified research facility. The engine, which had once been scheduled for destruction, became the centerpiece of a renewed technological research effort. The brothers, Ian and David, used their massive windfall to move entirely out of the volatile scrap business. They established a high-level aerospace and industrial forensics consulting firm, specializing in the analysis and recovery of classified or forgotten technological assets. Their integrity during the Project Aurora recovery earned them direct, high-value consulting contracts with defense contractors and national laboratories. They permanently preserved the section of the engine casing that contained the original sealed vault, mounting the thick titanium steel shell in their new headquarters. The open cavity serves as a constant reminder of the secret it once held, a testament to the enormous value hidden within the most mundane-looking industrial scrap. The brothers proved that their specialized knowledge of metal and machinery was worth far more than the scrap price, making them the unexpected custodians of a lost chapter of aerospace history. This astonishing recovery, driven by sheer expertise and the anomaly of an unusual metal alloy, proves that the greatest fortunes and technological secrets are often hidden in the massive, inert industrial machinery that everyone else dismisses as worthless scrap. If you want to see more complex engineering, untraced strategic assets, and unbelievable stories of sudden wealth, make sure you show your support. We are already well past 5,000 subscribers and we are moving towards 10,000. Every like and share helps us fund the next massive salvage operation. Hit that like button, subscribe, and definitely leave a super gracias to help us keep this incredible historical investigation going. Tell us, where in the world are you watching this stunning discovery from? Join the Archive Twins for the next massive industrial and military fortune.